Automobiles have gave people more personal freedom and access to their jobs or services, and it led to development of better roads and transportation. And automobiles enabled people to travel and relocate more easily.
Good morning, Jill.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good. A bit nervous.
Me too. It's a new test.
Mhm.
It's very difficult. And I'm really nervous because I don't know how to ask the questions. Uh-huh. No problem. Actually, we're not doing reading anymore. Now we're starting to get close. This is the test that the new Interest 21s will have to take. So we were supposed to start this procedure, this format. Procedure? No, not procedure. We're not in the hospital. This format, we were supposed to start a few terms ago. But we're starting now. So we'll do this one for 29 and 30. And then 31 is when we change again. Part 3 will change to topic development, which is a little bit different. But for now, it's just speaking topic. So it's quite easy. How are you today, other than nervous? Were you in the hospital or something? You still have your nurse outfit on?
No.
No? You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Very, very sure.
Mm-hmm. All is well? Mom, dad, the dog, neighborhood?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Uncles, aunts, grandma,
No.
grandpa? No.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And the married cousin, they're not divorced yet? Everything's good?
No. Oh, wait. What? I'm confused.
I was trying to confuse you. Didn't you have a cousin that just got married?
That was my uncle.
Oh, it was your uncle. Your uncle. That's right. Whose cousin? Somebody's cousin just got married. I can't keep track of all of you people getting married these days. It's just out of control. All right. So we're going to get going. Piece of cake. Part 1, social interaction. Topic 1, skills. Number 1, what skills have you learned recently?
I haven't been learning any new skills because I chose to focus on my ice skating and making it my only passion. I'm afraid if I try to learn a new skill, I won't be able to focus on my current hobby.
You're learning English. Ha! See? That was a no-brainer. I mean, it was like right here in front of you. So easy. Unbelievable. Okay. Number 2. What is a very important skill a person should learn in order to be successful in the world today? I don't say figure skating.
An important skill a person should learn is communicating or communication, because communication is the first step of like a successful cooperation among the people. And by communicating, we can exchange our thoughts and information and get the other people to understand our needs and our ideas.
Point of views, yeah. It's true. Communication is a real powerful tool or skill to have. People who know how to communicate can do a lot of things in life, as opposed to those who keep stumbling on their words all the time. It's called articulating. Number 3, what new skills do you want to learn in the near future? Now, near future could be in the next couple of years or in your school years. Wide range.
I'd love to learn about chemistry. I want to learn how to be objective and how to reason and solve different problems.
Scientifically, you said chemistry, right?
Yes.
And that's going to help you solve more problems and everything. So you mean scientifically? Do you plan on being a scientist? Or you just want to know more
Well,
about
not
chemistry?
really.
Do science
I just
projects?
want to know more chemistry.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you're not planning on doing any science projects on your friends or anything like that?
Maybe.
Maybe?
Maybe.
All right, let's go to topic 2, museums. Why do you think people visit museums? I think
Maybe some people may want to learn about history, or maybe foreigners are curious about the country they're visiting.
that's true. Yeah, because they're really good for history and they're good for the local areas as well, for sure. For sure. Have you visited any chemistry, any museums recently?
No, I don't think so.
No? Okay. Have you ever visited a museum?
Yes.
Which museums do you think are visited the most? Which ones or which types?
I think the museums in around Paris are visited the most because Paris has one of the richest and biggest museums, and it has the oldest artwork of human civilization and culture.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that. I don't know if they have the oldest or not, but I think it's called the Louvre, that art museum where they have the Mona Lisa and stuff. Definitely has to be one of the most popular ones for sure. Yeah. So for yourself, what type of museum would you like to visit?
I would like to visit the Natural History Museum. I really like learning about the histories of the past, and I'm really into fossils. I mean, like the fossils can give scientists lots of information, such as where the animal might have lived, how they were, how they died, and even maybe what they ate.
Mm. They're very interesting. I enjoy watching documentaries on stuff like that. It's really, really interesting for sure. Yeah. All right. Let's move on to part 2. All right, here we go. Part 2, solution discussion. As it says, we're going to give you 3 options. You'll have to choose one and give a negative for the 2 not chosen. The situation is you are a student and of legal age to work. Your parents believe working part-time would be a good experience. Remember, you don't have a choice here. Your parents are saying, you need to get some experience and you need to get a part-time job. You're not sitting at home playing video games no more. That's what they're going to say to Adam, I think. So you have 3 choices, or 3 choices are suggested. First one, an easy job in a clothes shop with very little traffic, so you can play on your handphone most of the time. So basically, you don't want to do anything. You just want to sell time where there's no customers, and you can just play on Facebook or video games. That's what some people do. Second choice, suggestion. You take the highest paying job you can find. So you don't care what the job is within reason, but you want to make sure that it's the one that pays the most because you want to buy a new laptop, something like that. And third, of course, is you take a job that teaches you a new skill regardless of the pay. So again, it's not about how much you make. It's you want to know how to bake bread. So you get a part-time job in a bakery. You want to get better with computers. So you take some kind of an entry job working on computers, but the pay doesn't matter. It's all about learning a skill. So when you're ready, what is your choice? Oh, I forgot. I got to give you a minute here. Okay. You will have 1 minute to prepare your answer, starting now. Time is up. What is your choice?
I take a job that teaches me a new skill regardless of the pay.
Why? What advantages could you possibly get from doing something like that?
I mean, like, I could learn a new skill and
like
I forgot.
well, just think of the advantages, right? I mean, I'm already or the advantages, but I mean, you're not worried about the money, you're worried about the skill. So just try to think of a couple of things that you would like to learn that you think would be cool that would benefit you in the future. You know, you already talked about science and research, right? So maybe something in that field.
I think taking a job that teaches me a new skill might give me more motivation and help beat my boredom.
What kind of like you already showed, you have an interest in chemistry and science. What other interests do you like? Are you into computers and things like that?
No, not really.
No, not into computer. You should. That's one skill everybody should improve their skills in for sure, because it's going to be just as important as reading and writing in the future. But anyway, what about taking a nice, cushy, easy job and you can lay back and watch some YouTube videos and get paid for it? Possibility? Maybe? No? Bad idea? What's the disadvantage of doing something like that? Well, it could be a couple of things, right? One, the reputation you would get. You wouldn't get much of a job reference, maybe, if that's why they fire you, because you never do anything and you just play on your handphone. I've met people like that. Or maybe that it wouldn't be rewarding in any way and you can watch videos at home. So it would just be a waste of time to go sit in some clothes shop or some, I'm trying to think of jobs where you wouldn't have to do much with a shoe shop or something. I'm thinking those ones are the most boring ones because every time you go by, they're either sleeping or laid back, or there's they only get 2 customers a day. What do you think? What would be a negative?
Maybe like too much screen time can drain my mental strength.
Too much video screen time, like, is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Watching too. Oh, okay. So what about finding a high-paid job? Highest paying.
If I find a high-paying job, I'm afraid my career will kick off, or my mental health will be unstable, and there will probably be more working hours.
You're a student. Your career would kick off?
That could happen.
I suppose it depends what job you took and if you were really good at it or not. That's true. That's true. You could find a new passion. Maybe you could be a Zamboni driver.
I have a fear of Zambonis.
Do you?
They just like scare me. Whenever it goes near me, I run away. I sprint.
I like them. They're kind of cute. They're cool. I tried to get a job as a Zamboni driver, but there was unfortunately a lot of people that wanted that job. I couldn't believe it.
I'm pretty sure I got hit by a Zamboni once.
You what? You got hit by a Zamboni?
I got hit. Almost. It was really close.
Usually there's no one on the ice when the Zamboni comes by. Usually. Okay.
I had a lesson and it couldn't be postponed. So, and there was also a Zamboni going everywhere. And then the driver was wild, crazy.
In Jakarta, that doesn't surprise me. They're a little bit more calm, I guess, where I grew up. There's a hockey rink on it every block. All right. Let's go to part 3. All right, part 3. Speaking topic. Choose one of the following transportation vehicles and explain why you think it has changed people's lives. You have automobiles, bicycles, and airplanes. Use the little suggestion box there, the economic benefits, practicalities, health benefits, or your own ideas to help formulate your answer. I will give you 1 minute to prepare, starting now. Time is up. So which vehicle have you chosen?
Automobiles.
Automobiles, okay. All right. Make your case. Why do you think it has changed people's lives? Or how do you think it's changed people's lives?
Automobiles have gave people more personal freedom and access to their jobs or services, and it led to development of better roads and transportation, and automobiles enabled people to travel and relocate more easily.
Absolutely. It's definitely given people a lot of freedom. That's for sure. Okay. Do you think people will buy fewer automobiles in the future?
Not very sure, but probably so. I think there's going to be a new invention that's better and more effortless than automobiles today.
They are definitely inventing lots of new things. Now, you live in, I think, the second biggest city in the world. So you probably have a couple of ideas. What would you do to improve transportation in your city?
I would improve the bus frequency. First and foremost, the riders want their buses to arrive more, what's the word? Frequently. The time spent waiting for the bus, sometimes even in the rain, as a major part of the people's total transit time. The riders want the assurance that their bus will arrive soon, preferably about more or less 15 minutes.
Yeah, usually big cities, there's usually a bus every 15 minutes. Well, now, I remember the Jakarta Transit. Not that I took it very often. I had a motorcycle. But they have their own side roads. But you're saying that they're not consistently on time? Like they don't have times for when the bus is coming and when the bus is leaving? Or they just come when they want? Oh, really? Okay. Well, that's inconvenient. A lot of the buses that I've taken in the past, it says 11:22, and the bus is there and it doesn't leave. And like it actually has departure times. So it actually has to follow one stop at a time, and then it has to stay there until that time and then move on to the next place, so that you could always time it. You could catch the 7:40 bus in the morning because you knew you'd be at work by 8 o'clock or 8:30 or something. But I didn't know Jakarta, because they have quite a big bus system there, transit system. So I'm surprised it's not more organized. And you have a new Sky train now too, don't you?
Yeah.
They finally finished that project. That must help a lot. Because I heard that traffic was better now than it was, say, 10 years ago.
I guess.
But then again, you don't remember what the traffic was like 10 years ago.
No, I don't remember anything.
Have to ask your dad about that one. Very well, young Jill. You did great. You did much, much better. I can see you're a lot more comfortable now when answering questions, and nervous is just a big play. It's not real at all. I've seen you argue. So have yourself a wonderful weekend. Yes, because it's Friday night. And I will see you in Interest 30 next week. Good job.